Picture this. It's 1970. Apollo 13 just survived space. Barely. Jimi Hendrix won't survive the year. And in Flint, Michigan, Buick, yes, Buick, just built a 510 pound-feet torque monster that could humiliate Chevelles and embarrass GTOs, the GSX. Saturn Yellow paint screaming like a warning siren. 455 cubic inches of pure American excess. But here's the plot twist. General Motors built this automotive weapon for exactly 2 years before corporate accountants murdered it in cold blood. Not in a crash, not on the track, but in a boardroom. This is Car Chronicles. Buckle up for the tragedy of the GSX. Let's set the scene. 1969. The muscle car war is raging. Every GM division is throwing horsepower at the street like confetti at a parade. Chevrolet has the Chevelle SS. Pontiac's got the GTO, the godfather of muscle. Oldsmobile's rolling with the 442. And Buick's selling Electra 225s to retirees in Florida. But inside Buick's engineering department, there's a small group of absolute madmen who are tired of being the boring division. They've been secretly developing a Stage 1 performance package that'll make Chevy nervous. The weapon? A 455 cubic inch V8 with Stage 1 heads, hotter cam, better breathing, and torque numbers that sound like a typo. 510 pound-feet at just 2,800 RPM. Let that marinate. Modern Hellcats make 707 horsepower and still only hit 650 pound-feet. This Buick from 1970 had 510. That's instant tire-shredding violence from idle. But Buick engineers knew something critical. You can't sell a monster if it looks like Grandpa's Skylark. The GSX needed to be loud, visually, culturally, unapologetically. Enter the color scheme that broke necks and traffic laws. Saturn Yellow with black stripes, or Apollo White with red stripes. No subtle grays, no conservative blues, just in-your-face automotive aggression. Hood-mounted tachometer, because checking your revs inside the car is for people who lack commitment. Front and rear spoilers, side stripes, GSX badging everywhere like a heavyweight champion wearing all his belts. But wait, it gets better. Inside, luxury. Bucket seats, center console, wood grain dash, air conditioning. This wasn't a stripped-down racer. This was muscle car meets country club. Buick's pitch was genius. Why choose between comfort and violence? Have both. You could obliterate a Chevelle at the stoplight, then cruise to dinner with your date in air-conditioned silence. The automotive press went insane. Car and Driver tested the Stage 1 GSX. 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. Quarter mile in 13.38 at 105 miles per hour. Those numbers destroyed the competition. The Chevelle SS 454? Slower. The GTO Judge? Left behind. The 442 W30? Close, but no cigar. And remember, this wasn't a Camaro or a Corvette. This was a Buick. But here's where the tragedy begins. And I mean, Shakespearean tragedy. Because while Buick engineers were celebrating their victory, corporate accountants were sharpening their knives. See, General Motors had this unwritten rule. Chevrolet sells the volume performance cars. Pontiac gets the performance image. Oldsmobile and Buick, stay in your luxury lane. The GSX committed the ultimate corporate sin. It was too good. It made Chevy look slow. It made Pontiac look outdated. It proved Buick didn't need to be boring. 1970 production numbers tell the story. 678 total GSX models. 488 in Saturn Yellow. 190 in Apollo White. That's it. Of those 678, only 687 got the Stage 1 engine. That's the real monster. The one with 510 pound-feet. The one that embarrassed everybody. 1971, GSX returns, technically. But the magic's gone. No more hood tach. Softer styling, lower compression engines thanks to emissions regulations. The fire's been extinguished. 1971 production, only 124 total GSX models. Corporate sent a message, stay in your lane, Buick. Luxury cars, not Chevelle killers. And just like that, the GSX went from hero to ghost. After 71, GSX badge dies completely. The nameplate that proved Buick could build street kings gets buried in the corporate graveyard. No fanfare, no goodbye, just gone. But here's the irony that'll make you laugh and cry simultaneously. Those 687 Stage 1 GSX models from 1970? They became legends among collectors. Today, a pristine 1970 GSX Stage 1 in Saturn Yellow sells for $150,000 or more. That's more than some new Corvettes. The car GM tried to forget became priceless. Saturn Yellow examples command premium prices, because only 488 were built. Rarity plus performance plus that color equals collector insanity. But the tragedy deepens. Imagine what Buick could have built if corporate let them continue. Imagine a 72 GSX, a 73, a whole lineage of luxury muscle. Instead, Buick retreated to Electras and LeSabres. Comfortable, reliable, boring. The division that briefly proved it could build weapons went back to building sofas on wheels. Fast forward to 1987, 30 years. Buick's been playing it safe for decades, selling Regals and Park Avenues to people who think excitement is finding a good parking spot. Then, boom, the Grand National GNX drops. 3.8-liter turbocharged V6 making 376 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds. Faster than Ferraris. Coincidence? I don't think so. The GNX was Buick's revenge. The engineers who remembered the GSX built a new weapon that corporate couldn't ignore. 547 units, limited production, legendary status. It wasn't just fast, it was Buick's apology letter written in turbocharged fury. The GNX proved something critical. Buick's performance DNA never died. It just hibernated for 17 years waiting for the right moment to strike back. Today's lesson? The 1970 GSX wasn't a failure, it was a martyr. It died so the GNX could live. It proved Buick could compete, even if corporate didn't want them to. 687 Stage 1 examples. That's fewer than some modern limited editions. Ferrari makes more special models, but the GSX's legacy? Immeasurable. Every time a collector pays 6 figures for a Saturn Yellow GSX, they're buying a piece of what could have been. A reminder that sometimes the best cars are the ones corporate tried to kill. So next time someone tells you Buick only makes boring cars for retirees, remind them. In 1970, Buick built a 510 pound-feet monster that embarrassed Chevelles and scared corporate so bad they murdered it. The GSX lived 2 years. 2! But its legend? That'll never die. Because true automotive greatness doesn't need decades of production. It just needs one perfect moment to prove everyone wrong. This is Car Chronicles, where we tell the stories of the cars that shouldn't exist but did anyway. If corporate tried to bury it, we're digging it up. If a Buick could shake GM, imagine what happened when Honda scared Ferrari. Next episode, another legend corporate tried to erase. Hit subscribe, don't be late. This is Car Chronicles, and we're just getting started.